dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome to this cricket happening show, and I welcome you all, dear friends and subscribers, to this cricket happening show with the news that the hosts England were upset today. As you know, host England were the favourites as far as this Champions Trophy, ICC Champions Trophy 2017 was concerned, and in the first semi-final they were overthrown by Pakistan, who surprised everybody. Nobody would have probably given a chance to Pakistan when the Champions Trophy started. But today it was Pakistan all over England. It was not that Pakistan won. In fact, Pakistan have reached their first final. They've never reached a Champions Trophy final, and they have reached their first finals of the Champions Trophy, which they'll be very proud about under a new captain, Sarfraz Ahmed. But as I said, what was very, very disturbing, I thought, was Pakistan were actually crippled with, yes, we know England didn't have Chris Wokes, but the same token, Pakistan did not have Mohammad Amir today, who with back spasms had to pull out at the last moment, and the left arm pace bowler Ruman Rais got a sort of an ODI debut. And he did well as well. But what was very, very shocking to me was the way Pakistan had a comprehensive victory in this first semi-final. England, the hosts of the tournament, really, really disappointed. Lots of fans in England, I would say, because as I said, all the cricketing experts were pointing towards England as the favourites, and the whole, I think the whole bookmakers thing would have been really upset, as many would have put their money on England, but it was all over as England were pushed out of the tournament. The hosts of the tournament, England, were pushed out today by Pakistan, and Pakistan got their first finals of the Champions Trophy. As I said, this is the first time that Pakistan have ever gone to a Champions Trophy final, and a proud moment for them, no doubt about it. And as far as England were concerned, my commiserations to them, but really feel sorry for this English team, because on their own home turf they could not reach the finals, which I thought was their best chance ever in this Champions Trophy. As you know, England have never won a Champions Trophy, and they have lost their opportunity here. But as I said, what was very, very disturbing was the way England lost. Look at that victory from Pakistan. They won the match they first bowled out England for a score of 211, and Pakistan smashed them and by winning by 8 wickets. And that is something which is really, really something to really look at as to what really happened to the English bowlers. Well, anyways, so that is something I'm looking at, and tomorrow what is going to come is another good match, a very interesting match. It is Bangladesh taking on India at Edgbaston, and I think definitely India, already Virat Kohli, the Indian captain, has said that he's not going to take them. He knows that Bangladesh can be deadly on their day, and definitely one can't take things lightly. As to how the Champions Trophy has been going about, as I said, Pakistan, who never would have expected that they would have reached. But look at that man, Sarfraz Ahmed, the Pakistan captain. He made a statement when he came to England. He said that he does not, they asked him that his ranking was just below Bangladesh. So Sarfraz Ahmed replied that for him does not matter, his team is going to go all out because there are absolutely no expectations. And here you are, Pakistan, entering the finals, and I think they truly deserved it. They really worked hard for it after losing against India. And who knows, definitely it's going to be an all-Asian final in the Champions Trophy final, no doubt about it. But it's only a matter of who will be the ones who would be facing Pakistan. Well, if India beat Bangladesh, then I'm sure that India-Pakistan finals is going to be a total sellout in England, no doubt about it. And but one has to wait and watch. As you know, Bangladesh are someone who have really done very well in this tournament, and no opposition can take. England, as you know, they were the favourites of the tournament, and Pakistan are the only team which has in these 8 nations in the Champions Trophy, which has actually defeated England, and that is a big feather in the cap for Pakistan. And Pakistan, to me, would be like wounded tigers when India, if at all India reach the finals. Anyways, that is something. So let's look at the match as to what happened. So as I said, the toss was a very good toss to win. The toss was won by Pakistan, and they elected to field first, and that was the right decision. Even though they didn't have Mohammad Amir, as I said, Ruman Rais was given a debut, the left-arm pace bowler who has some real pace in him, one thought. And he and Junaid Khan started proceedings with also England making a change, with Jason Roy being dropped and Jonathan Bairstow playing, Alex Hales and Jonathan Bairstow. Well, it was a very sedate start. I mean, I would say Hales definitely drove a few boundaries confidently. Jonathan Bairstow took his time, but then slowly started playing some good strokes as well, as the score moved on to 34 in the 6th over. And then finally, the breakthrough was provided by Ruman Rais, as he forced Alex Hales to try to go over the top, and in the process Babar Azam held the catch, and it was a maiden ODI wicket for Ruman Rais. I thought he bowled well, the left arm pace bowler, and Ruman Rais, who replaced Amir, got his maiden one-day international wicket, and Alex Hales was gone, caught Babar Azam, bowled Ruman Rais for 13, who has many balls, so 2 fours, which made it 34 for 1. So the breakthrough was provided by the new cap Ruman Rais. After that, we saw Bairstow joined in by Joe Root, and slowly things started going on. I mean, they slowly started pushing the score along, but again, the runs were not easy to come by. Sarfraz Ahmed immediately brought his spinners on when the breakthrough was provided. Immediately got Imad Wazim and Shadab Khan to operate in tandem to really work out make England really work it out. And in the power play overs, it was not a very good thing for England. They could not muster much runs, as slowly, in fact, Jonathan Bairstow and Joe Root started slowly pushing the scoring along, and it was not easy at all, as the bowling was tight, and even Junaid Khan also bowled a good spell, I thought, as the score went on to 80. And that was the time Hassan Ali was inducted, after Imad Wazim and Shadab Khan had struck a good line and bowled in the right areas. He introduced Hassan Ali. Hassan Ali, as you know, he has been doing very well in this Champions Trophy, and once he was given the ball, he was the one who actually picked up the wicket of Jonathan Bairstow, as he forced Jonathan Bairstow to play a shot of a top edge shot, and it went to Mohammad Hafiz, who took the catch. He was gone for 43, 57 balls with 4 fours, as Morgan walked in. Well, when Morgan walked in to join Joe Root really could not really get on with things, and things looked to be in control for England, with another 48 runs added between Joe Root and Morgan. But then Shadab Khan got a very big wicket, one thought, and that was of Joe Root, as Joe Root, trying to cut a delivery from Shadab Khan, cut it into the hands of Sarfraz Ahmed behind the stumps. He was gone for 46 or 56 deliveries with 2 fours. And then the score 128 for 3, and Pakistan were doing well. Hassan Ali was very, very impressive. He was bowling in the right areas. He was getting the ball to nibble outside the stumps, and he was also getting the ball to get his in-swingers going. And besides, he also got some reverse swing as well. So he was looking a very effective bowler. And then Morgan and Stokes joined in, and in the process, we saw the wicket of Morgan going when Hassan Ali actually got him caught by Sarfraz Ahmed for 33 or 53 deliveries with 4 fours. So it made the score 141 for 4, and now it was Josh Butler and Stokes at the crease. And Stokes, let me tell you, could not even hit a single boundary. He knew that he had a responsibility to handle. At 141 for 4 in the 32nd over, England had to really make sure that they could go on and play the entire 50 overs, and Ben Stokes had to ensure that. So Ben Stokes definitely went into a bit of a shell, and runs were not really hard to come by. We saw Junaid Khan come back on his second spell and turn out a nice spell in which he picked up 2 important wickets to leave Ben Stokes really watching it at the other end, as he picked up the wicket of Josh Butler, by getting him caught by Sarfraz Ahmed for 4 of 7 deliveries, and he put Moeen Ali into the pavilion by forcing Moeen Ali to play a forceful shot, which ended up in a very, very good catch taken by Fakhar Zaman, running around and taking a very good catch with the bowling of Junaid Khan, as you said. And that really put England into innings into a real bind, as the score read 162 for 6. But the good thing was that Ben Stokes was at the crease. But Ben Stokes, as I said, had a responsibility. He knew he was the only recognized batsman left, and he had a responsibility on his shoulders. And let me tell you, he was kept very, very quiet by the Pakistani bowlers, and even the spinners. He could not even hit a single four in his knock. Adil Rashid joined him, and it resulted in Ahmed Shahzad's brilliant run out of Adil Rashid for 7, which made it 181 for 7. And then the death overs in the 11 overs, which was bowled from the 39 to the 50th over. I was told there was only probably 1 or 2 boundaries, so that really tells you how tight the Pakistani bowlers bowled, how well disciplined their bowling was. He was gone. Liam Plunkett, Ruman Reis got his second international wicket when he picked up the wicket of Liam Plunkett for 14 balls with 1-4. Mark Wood was run out for 3, and finally Jake Ball not out on 2, and 211 all out was never a good score, and especially considering that one always used to say that England never had a tail, but today definitely they had a big tail, one thought, with the way things went. Let's have a look at the bowling. Junaid Khan bowled impressively, 8.5 overs, no maiden, 2 for 42. Ruman Reis on his ODI debut was impressive, 9 overs, no maiden, 2 for 44. Imad Wazim did his job perfectly, 5 overs for 16. Shadab Khan got an opportunity with the big wicket of Joe Root, 9 overs, 1 for 40. Hassan Ali was very, very impressive. This is his third 3-wicket bag, and he was the man of the match as well. 10 overs, no maiden, 35 runs and 3 wickets, and he looks to be a very, very promising bowler for Pakistan for the future. Mohammad Hafiz, 8 overs, none for 33. And so that was the story as far as England were concerned. 211, and then it was the turn for Pakistan to chase this total, and one knew that it was not a big total, and Pakistan, it was a matter of how Pakistan were going to deal with it. But let me tell you, this was the second 100-run partnership in the Champions Trophy by the openers, after Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan for India did it. And now the Pakistan got off to a very good start. As I said, Fakhar Zaman, the young bloke who the other day scored a maiden 50, once again got his second 50 in one-day internationals in his third international match. And what an impressive player he is. I mean, definitely we saw what one has seen about Fakhar Zaman is that he is a very bold stroke player, likes to play his strokes, even though in fact one of the top edges of the bowling of Jake Ball actually carried on for a 6. And Fakhar Zaman, let me tell you, is not afraid to play his strokes, and he has that sort of a gung-ho approach as far as batting is concerned. And today once again Fakhar Zaman showed what he's capable of as he started belting the English bowlers. Yes, he definitely got a bit of luck with the edges not going into hand, but definitely Fakhar Zaman survived, and he started really hitting the English bowlers very hard with his strokes as he rattled off in his own fashion. And the other end, Azhar Ali was definitely giving him good company, but nevertheless Azhar Ali was also showing some playing some very good strokes, and we definitely saw that Azhar Ali and Fakhar Zaman combined into a very, very good partnership, which ensured that Pakistan were definitely there, as they formed a partnership of 118 runs for the first wicket. And Ben Stokes was really smashed, I would say, when he was bowling, and he was really, really taken to the cleaners by Azhar Ali and Fakhar Zaman, as Azhar Ali and Fakhar Zaman put on 118 runs for the first wicket. And then finally it was Fakhar Zaman trying to give room for himself to probably send Rashid into the stands. In the process he missed it, and Butler had a stumping. So Fakhar Zaman getting his second 50 in Champions Trophy, and also his second 50 in his very third international match of his career, What a player Fakhar Zaman is turning out to be for Pakistan. 57, very exciting player, 57 of 58 balls, 7 fours and 1 6. What a knock. And that really gave them impetus. As I said, Fakhar Zaman's wicket was very important for England, and he once again rattled off in a very nice fashion. After that, Babar Azam came in and joined Azhar Ali, and once again there was another partnership that started building. And Babar Azam was also playing some good strokes as well. He also hit 1 6 as well of the bowling of Adil Rashid. And Azhar Ali continued to play in his own fashion, which is to really wait for the loose balls, and also he was very good at it. And suddenly this partnership added another, I would say it was 55 runs, which was good for the second wicket. Whatever England tried, nothing worked. The bowlers tried everything at the Pakistan batsmen, but the Pakistan batsmen were absolutely equal to the challenge, and they came here with the determination, they played with the determination, and the score had reached 173 in the 33rd over. It was just a matter of when Pakistan were going to win the match, and that was the time Jake Ball actually nipped the stumps of Azhar Ali after Azhar Ali made 76 very good runs of 100 deliveries, 5 fours and 1 6. And then Babar Azam was joined in by the experienced hand of Mohammad Hafiz, and Mohammad Hafiz ensured by hitting making a very brisk unbeaten 31 of just 21 deliveries with 3 fours and 2 sixes to bring the winning hit as well. It was all over. Babar Azam was not out on 38 of 45 balls, 2 fours, 1 6. Pakistan winning the match, winning the first semi-finals of the ICC Champions Trophy 2017 by 8 wickets, a very comprehensive victory at that, with 77 balls remaining. 215 for 2 was the final tally. As far as the bowling was concerned, well, Mark Wood could not make an impression today. 8 overs, 1 maiden, none for 37. Jake Ball, 8 overs, no maiden, 1 for 37. Stokes taken to the cleaners today. 3.1 overs, no maiden, 38 runs and no wicket. Plunkett also had his figures rearranged, 6 overs for 33. Adil Rashid could not get any handle on the Pakistan bowlers, 1 for 54. Moeen Ali 2 overs, slapped for 15. It was all over, and Pakistan actually, Hassan Ali was named man of the match for his 3-wicket haul, and Pakistan sailed into the finals of the ICC Champions Trophy 2017, thus bringing an end to the tournament favourites England and also the hosts England, to really disappoint the hordes of fans who had assembled here at the Taff Oval in Cardiff, very unfortunately. But as I said, my commiserations to England, but it was only the matter of as to how the hosts England actually lost to Pakistan. That was the most disturbing factor, because Pakistan did it in a very, very convincing fashion. And really, Pakistan definitely deserves credit for the way they batted, for the way they bowled, everything. It was a total team effort, even without having their experienced Mohammad Amir in the mix. That was absolutely superb. So keep it up, Pakistan. So Pakistan coming into their going to be playing their first finals of the ICC Champions Trophy. They have never reached the finals, and this is a very, very proud moment for Pakistan, no doubt about it. And they will await the winners of India-Bangladesh, which is coming up tomorrow. India-Bangladesh has said nothing can be taken lightly. Well, definitely India have the edge, because India have beaten Bangladesh in the league stages and also in the warm-up match as well. So India would be quite wary about what Bangladesh can do. And India, and already as Virat Kohli, the Indian captain, has sounded, nothing is being taken lightly, and that is the right way to go. And I know Bangladesh would have probably looked at a lot of things. I know the coach Chandika Hatrasinghe is a very experienced bloke, and he would have looked at a lot of things, and probably they would have looked as to how they can actually block the flow of runs for India, because India has a very strong batting order. Even the bowling is good, but Bangladesh would be hoping to upset the apple cart of India, no doubt about it. But as I said, nothing can be said. Yes, probably one can say India are favourites, but looking at the way things have been panning out in this ICC Champions Trophy, as with the tournament hosts also, the hosts of the tournament, England, being pushed out of the ICC Champions Trophy by Pakistan, it's very too early to tell, but I think we'll have a very good challenging contest when India take on Bangladesh tomorrow. And I think we are going to have probably going to see a lot of runs as well. And as you know, one thing, it should be a good batting pitch. And in England, I can say one thing: even if the team scores 350, one can say that the opposition can chase it. So India and Bangladesh happens to be a very good match in the making. I mean, any team which has come to the semi-finals, nobody can take them lightly. And India and Bangladesh will be very happy. This is their first ever semi-finals that they have reached in of an ICC Champions Trophy, and that will really, really make them proud as well. So I'm sure Bangladesh have nothing to lose. They're going to go all out against India, and India are the ones who would be definitely eyeing the finals of the ICC Champions Trophy, where they will play their arch rivals, Pakistan. And Pakistan would be like wounded tigers because they already lost to India in the first match of the ICC Champions Trophy. And I'm sure they would be like wounded tigers waiting to pounce on India if at all India reaches the finals. Well, with good luck to both the teams, this is your host Ram signing off for the day. Thank you.